So once again, out in Atlanta, and you were there, saw it firsthand. The Browns kind of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. How did it happen this time? Just kind of when you try to put together the pieces, what went wrong?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, they fell behind 10-0 in the first quarter. So they really never had a handle on this game at all. They really struggled throughout the game, and falling behind like that is never a good thing. They were able to obviously to tie it up. They were able to go ahead. But when I look at this game, I don't pin it all on not going for, I don't pin it on going for the touchdown on 4th and 3 from the 4. That happened on the first drive of the game. And as I mentioned, they tied the game at 10. They were tied at halftime. And so it was an opportunity for them to come out, make some halftime adjustments, and put the game away in the second half. And they did just the opposite. They were outscored 13-7 in the second half, and they could not stop the run. So I pin this game on Miles being out, Jadeveon Clowney being out, the inability to stop the run, and then Jacoby Brissett was kind of off. There were 2 turnovers. I mean, you can't turn the ball over and expect to win the game when you lose the turnover battle. So David Njoku's fumble, Jacoby's interception, they were all contributing factors.
And you kind of touched on it. Not only Jadeveon and Miles being out, I think Anthony Walker's absence against the run in particular is something that maybe people didn't realize how much of a stabilizing force he was in the middle relative to the run game against that defense.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot to overcome. When you look at the defensive front right now, in that particular game, as you mentioned, they were without Anthony Walker, Chase Winovich, Myles Garrett, and Jadeveon Clowney. So they were up into their depth pretty good. And you had a new signal caller in Jacob Phillips. So there was a lot going on there, a lot of moving parts. I truly believe that if some of those guys had been in this game, that the Falcons would not have been able to rush for 170 of their 202 yards in the second half of that football game. Just not feeling that. And then also, who knows, maybe they would have been able to contain Marcus Mariota, so he isn't able to complete that 42-yard pass. But certainly some defensive issues in the second half.